If the Morgana had aimed a little bit better, or, you know, executed the snare a little bit better, that probably would have been a death. But my Fizz came down, followed Morgana down, ulted. I tumble in. We mopped him up really quickly. Cho'Gath here tries to go in on me. I condemn him to the wall, and I kill him. I think Lee Sin wanted to get Alistar really bad, but Alistar has a speed buff when he uses a spell, so he just outran Lee Sin. No big deal though. We got another kill out of that. Another 2 kills out of that. Giving Fizz an advantage on Morgana and lane. So at this point I have the ability to free farm. So I decided to pay some more attention to farm, less attention to harass for now. Since I have a lead, I don't really need to abuse my lead too heavily anymore. Now I can just keep my advantage. And the thing about Vayne that I took advantage of in this lane was attack speed. Oh, my bad, I'm sorry. Was attack speed. With Vayne's attack speed, and you max her passive, or you max silver bolts, and then you build straight attack speed early. You build like a Zeal. Use a Zeal, your Berserk Greaves or whatever, and then you just poke them down as best you can. I should have kept shooting Cho'Gath there, to be honest, because he had used everything he had that I needed to worry about. But I tumbled away, so no big deal. But yeah, for these lanes as the AD carry, you really want to buy attack speed if you're going to play somebody like Vayne, because again, you poke them down really hard anytime they get out of position, and Cho'Gath can't really do anything to, you know, he can't really do anything to keep neither himself nor Graves in lane. So you really have to be aggressive. And as you can see, my support did exactly what I said to do. You know, max the heal, stay behind, let me do all the poking. We really don't want, she really doesn't need to do anything else. So for you support players that are having an issue supporting in these kind of lanes, just understand that I know you're in solo queue probably, but you're gonna have to trust your AD carry to know what they're doing. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but that's where communication comes in hand. You know, you have your people that are hard-headed, but it just comes with the territory in solo queue. But in the event that you get an AD carry who's listening to you and is willing to listen to some of your calls and trust your judgment as the support, you'll be fine. Morgana completely, absolutely, totally misses the snare there, so we didn't even have anything to worry about. I tumbled into the knockup, which got me chunked pretty hard there, which is why I said you have to keep the mobility and you have to make the right calls, because that was bad. So I get low. I'm low on mana, low health, and I see that Morgana is just kind of hanging out here. Because of wards, I see Alistar and Olaf top, so I ping for Fizz to come down. Fizz comes down, but he stands in the bush for a little while, and I was like, Fizz, just come now, because he was looking for a good time. So Fizz takes out Cho'Gath, and then we initiate hard on Morgana. And then I get the kill on her. Well, Fizz gets the last hit on her, but... So that's another double kill for bottom lane on Cho'Gath and Morgana, because they're just herp derping in our lane. So they're just giving me a really large advantage now, an even bigger one than I had prior. And the lane is pretty much gone for Graves. He's 2 levels behind me. He has no kills. He doesn't even have damage on me at this point, because as you can see, I took an early cloth armor just to take some of the sting off of things like buckshot and auto attacks like that. You can sell it later on in the match. It's not really something you need. It's not a core item. Unless you want to build Ninja Tabi like Olaf did for whatever reason. Ninja Tabi is okay in bottom lane, but you want the speed. There's no real immediate reason to take Ninja Tabi. But yeah, as you can see, I took Berserker's Greaves and a dagger mixed with my Doran's blade, so my silver bolts are going to be doing a lot of damage because they're going to be so frequent. I have the lifesteal that I need to continuously sustain the lane, and the 3 potions, and my Sona, who's maxed out heal. Sona's taken 4 wards now. What she's probably going to do is she's going to ward these 2 bushes here. She's going to ward right in this little area here in front of the dragon den, so that there isn't a blind spot. I've seen a lot of people, they have empty spots in their wards where they'll ward like up here in the right in front of the dragon's den or a little up above it, but you have a ward here, you can really see any entry, you know, any way they're gonna come except for behind you, but you know, then they're tower diving, so you should be fine. Alright, now in this situation I know I have the lead, I know we can kill them whenever we want to because Cho'Gath is low, so I tell my support around right now, you know, next time you see a chance to ult, go ahead and ult. Because it'll be a free kill. They won't be able to respond to it. They'll die instantly, basically. So next time you get the chance to, go ahead and ult. And keep in mind that her getting hit by these knockups doesn't matter so much anymore because she's been maxing Q again. So she's just gonna heal back whatever he does immediately. So Cho'Gath really has no place in the lane anymore, other than if he gets like a good knockup silence feast combo. I bait out the knockup this time. I run into the bush, run out, knowing they were in there because of my ward. I bait out the knockup, and then I just poke down Cho'Gath. He really can't do anything about it. His silence doesn't matter. I'm an AD carry, so I'm just shooting him anyway. I have the attack speed to put out more damage than Graves can, because Graves is really skill shot oriented with his buckshot, so he can't do anything to me. Cho'Gath can't do anything to me. My Sona listened really well. She has the entire bottom lane warded up for more Morgana Alistar nonsense. So the lane is ours, and this is just a matter of communication. I think she could have ulted there when she warded the bush, but she didn't see the opportunity, I guess. It would have been good for her to ult here because, you know, I could have condemned at least Cho'Gath to the wall and it would have been a free kill. But she sees it this time and she takes it once they've jumbled up. As you can see here, I ignite and condemn him away. My condemn procs the third silver bolt. So what ended up happening was I bursted him down to a point where I knew he would be able, I knew I would kill him, and I used the bonus damage on tumble and condemn, and I just killed him. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to have to deal with anything like a silence or getting feasted early and bursted by Graves, so I wanted him away from me basically. And I knew the ignite damage would take him out no matter where I shot him. So again, if you're supporting, what she's doing right now is pretty laid back. It's not really what Sona is popular for. I guess you could say she should have picked Soraka, but you know, now we have the initiation in lane. My top lane is doing really well versus Olaf. I actually think my top lane gets a kill on a diving Alistar here, if I remember correctly. Let's keep an eye on top. Morgana and Alistar top again for some reason. Like, they're just roaming the map. At this point, they're denying themselves a lot of CS. Let me see what my Riven does. Cool. So she takes out Morgana, goes to bottom. Alistar dives her, headbutts. How does she get this? Okay, Fizz comes in, and she takes the kill from Fizz. No big deal. Okay, here Cho'Gath is really, so I activate my ult. As you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I activate my ult because I see Cho'Gath is coming in for me, and now I didn't know if he had Feast at the time, but I knew Feast would kill me because of how low I am. So I activated my ult, and if you keep your eye on me, I tumble from here to behind him, and I use the invisibility or the stealth from tumble to go ahead and finish off Cho'Gath. So he just stands there for a moment because he doesn't know where I am. See, couldn't feast me. I was stealthed and outplayed him. So that was a good decision on my part, bad decision on Cho'Gath's part, but he did what he could. It was a lose-lose situation for him. He probably would have died anyway. Lee Sin pings dragon, so we go ahead and we take it while we can.